think our team was better today than we were Sunday. I think we were more attentive, we gave better effort. Defensively, we talked more, we were consistent with it. They're a hard team to guard. They do a great job with their motion. And a couple of big guys setting screens and handoffs, and it's hard to keep getting through that. But Mike does a great job with his club, and they're the kind of team that you like to watch play. If I were a fan, I would enjoy going to watch them play. We knew it was going to be a difficult game. Saw them last year in the NCAAs. We were playing Arkansas. I think it was a 3-point game, and about 4 minutes to go, I had no clue who was going to win the game, and I had no clue who I'd rather play because I thought both teams were affected at that point. But again, they're a good group of kids, I know. And I'm so old, I had Mike in camp when I was working for Coach Smith. He was in our Carolina basketball camp for a couple of years. But for our team, I thought that Kennedy and Bryce were better. I think we outscored them 50-18 in the paint. We didn't shoot it as well tonight as we have shot it from three. I think Nate made our only three. We'd like to do better than 1 for 9, but we shoot 55% in the second half, and they shoot 35%, and that's with our Blue Steel or whatever their name is. They shoot missing going 0 for 3 in about 15 seconds there at the end of the game. But you want them to get some shots up. I'd like it to be a little bit better shot. But again, I feel a lot better about the game right now than I did after Sunday's game.
Your team shot 3 free throws in the first half, 16 in the second half. Was that just a matter of being more aggressive after halftime?
Yeah, and then, again, we've been trying to get Bryce and Kennedy, Isaiah, all those guys to stop shooting jump shots. And if you look in the first half, Joel shot a jump shot, Isaiah shot a jump shot, Bryce shot one from outside the free throw line, Kennedy shot one out there. And those 4 outside shots were about a 6-minute period. And we had a size advantage, but what they were doing a good job of denying us the low post, and so instead of trying to move away and repost, we started settling for a 10 or 12 foot post up. But second half, I thought we were better and took the ball to the basket area more.
Do you have any concerns about Justin Jackson?
Guys, you always have concerns, but I mean, if he's the biggest concern I have, I'm in pretty good position because he's going to be a good player. He's had a rough stretch here. At least he didn't get in foul trouble tonight. We played 27 minutes, and I told him he has 4 assists and 0 turnovers, and that helps us. 2 for 8 doesn't help us, but I've never been one to tell kids to go jump off the building. At the end of the season, if we played 40 games and he's shooting 25 and 20, then 25% from floor and 20% from free throw line, then I'll be concerned about it.
Coach, could you talk a little bit about how important some Bryce's rebounds and those big blocks were?
Well, his rebounding was big. The block shot shouldn't have had to happen because he should have played the previous play better and they wouldn't have gotten shot off. But I think he was more active on the backboards tonight, probably his best rebounding game, not just because it was numbers of 14, but he was more active. But Bryce and Kennedy, more than anyone, I challenged them for how inactive they were in Sunday's game, and I thought they were much better today.
Right before the block shot, that was when he didn't corral the ball, and you yelled at him about that.
He had 2 of those today that he kind of get the basketball, and we've worked since his first practice, his freshman year, is rebound the ball, and we call it chin it. You got to tuck it and always expect somebody to be there, but he gave up 2 of them.
Just these things creep up with him every once in a while. You obviously have to.
With Bryce and Kennedy, all guys, you got to coach them every day, but those guys, I think they can just, I'm expecting a lot out of them. And I'm not going to settle for lackadaisical play, but I liked the way Bryce, after the, I don't know what he was he 7 for 12, what was he in the first half? 1 for something? So he was more effective in the first time. 3 for 7, so he had 4, so he missed 1 shot in the second half.
Nate had a couple of big steals near midcourt, turned them into buckets.
And, Steve was telling me as we were coming down here that we had a 3-point lead and we outscored 14-2 over the next period, and 5 different guys scored for us. But I thought that Nate had 2 big steals, and I think turned both of them into baskets on the break. It was good.
When a guy like Justin is missing a few shots in a couple games, do you try to make sure that he's okay? Do you rely on him to kind of get through that on his own? What's your philosophy?
I tell him, you're a good player, shoot the ball in the basket. What you need to do is see it go in once. And we don't go, woe is me. I mean, basketball season's a long season, it goes up and down. He didn't start it out very warm, hot, or whatever you want to call it, at the start of the season last year. He's played well in practice, and he shot it well in practice, and it's going to go in the basket for him. Again, that's not a big concern.
Joel,
Joel Berry looks real comfortable running offense and in transition.
Mhm.
Kind of expected. What do you kind of see out of him?
I think, as I said the other day, I think Joel had probably, other than Marcus, had the best preseason of any of our guys. And the crazy thing about it, I'd probably pick Justin Jackson probably third, or Isaiah. But Joel had a good preseason, does some good things. Joel and Nate worked on their shot more than anybody else on our team in the offseason. Until tonight, it's really shown up. But give their team defense some credit too, because Joel had one right in front of our bench, and their guy really closed on him really well. Nate, even the one Nate made, they closed on him and made it a tough shot. But Joel's done a nice job for us.
Does he remind you of the other point guards you've had, Coach?
No, and I told him, if you turn that, stop turning the ball over. You know, he had 3 tonight, he had 4. I think he had 4 on Sunday. Point guards can't average 3 or 4 turnovers a game. I told him he did a better job of that. I really like the way he played.
Seemed like he was penetrating better in this game.
I think everybody was. You know, I mean, again, we shot 9 threes the other day. We had 8 in the first 10 minutes of the game, 8 or 10 in the first 10 minutes of the game.
Coach, speaking of point guards, Garcia seems like he kind of helps things go for Wofford. How did you feel like your defense managed him tonight?
You know, I think he got a little worn out there at the end, but Garcia's good. McGee against Missouri in the tape.
Right.
Missouri. In the tape I watched, he scored 22. He and Garcia can shoot the ball. We tried to make sure we didn't get more than one man removed on them on all hands off the screens, but those guards and Collins, you know, he didn't have a great night. For him, he worried us to death. And then I guess Gordon was the one that was tough to handle. I told him, don't worry about him from outside, and he pulls up, shoots it through, and makes it. So that's what I know.
Anybody else? All right, thank you. Players available line.